Lice the second time.
Oh my God, isn't that the worst? Hey!
Welcome back to Black, White, and Red All Over. This is episode 3, and we're going to be talking about East of West, Fantastic Four with a potential comeback by James Robinson, and Royals Masters of War #2. Well, you want to kick us off with East of West?
Okay, so I've not been reading that before, so this was kind of my first little foray into the East of West, but I enjoy it. Like, that's one of the fun things for me is, can you pick up a comic midway through and just go with it? I think those are the best things about comics, is that that's possible, and it is like the biggest misnomer that people hold against comics, that they have to know so much before. No, just pick it up and go with it. It's like watching a show in the middle of a season. You can do it. This was fun. I didn't know exactly what was going on, but I'm definitely intrigued into the series as a whole with the spirituality aspects. The art is gorgeous.
No, definitely.
Oh my! Wait, who did the artwork here?
Nick Dragonetta.
Ooh, Nick, I see you. I see you. I want to be you, actually, because that is some fantastic line work. The stylistic, quality of it, the colors and everything is just beautiful. I love it. Hickman, of course, on his grind, he does his thing. I mean, he makes you think in ways that you're just like, oh.
For those of you that aren't familiar with East to West, basically it's an alternate timeline where a meteorite impacts the U.S. during the Civil War, and it's in a slightly different world where there is magic. It's high technology, but in kind of a Wild West sort of environment.
It's beautiful.
There's what normally would be on a horseback, but he's on a motorcycle. There's a man in white, and he's trying to find his son. Basically, this is part of the end times, and the man in white is death.
Right, I caught that.
There's 3 other horsemen that are trying to do something with his son.
That's awesome.
So it's this magical, high-tech, Western...
post-apocalyptic.
That's
like, how do you, like, that's basically taking a genre board and just putting it down and going, I got it. That's awesome.
It's like the old school Clint Eastwood Man with No Name stuff meets Firefly or Serenity.
Nice.
So it's got those elements, and it's just incredible.
I'm gonna step out. I'm gonna step out, and I'm gonna say this. I believe, just off of this first issue, that this could be this generation's iteration of Preacher.
It has that potential.
I'm putting it out there.
It's a little more sophisticated, a little less on the humorous side.
Got you.
But dare I say, darker and grittier.
And Preacher? Ow! Ooh, can you?
Yeah. There's some stories you've missed along the way.
I gotta catch up.
I'll give you a copy of Volume 1 tonight.
Absolutely read that. Definitely, because that's awesome. That's good stuff.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Next up, James Robinson's Fantastic Four #2.
Sir, I salute you. This was a good jump on. Issue 1, we definitely had our qualms with.
Yep.
This one, though, whoa.
It was a Fantastic Four book.
It was.
They were rock starring. They were fighting bad guys from another universe that was created by Franklin Richards. If you go back that far in comics, the Heroes Reborn universe.
Heroes Reborn, people. Jim Lee, Rob Liefeld, okay? Hear me.
Brings it back, and it's good.
Yes.
Good.
Yes, like it's dangerous. Like I'm actually scared of it, which I think is kind of interesting. It was during that time period where if you looked at it, you had Age of Apocalypse and Heroes Reborn as the 2 fighting parties. And obviously Age of Apocalypse won that one. But
stupid good.
To bring Heroes Reborn back in this way, to make it a threat, I'm in there.
Yeah.
I had one issue, though, was that until they told me Heroes Reborn, I thought this was Negative Zone.
So did I.
Like that's
like and I think that's an artistic choice that I wouldn't have gone with. But yeah, it's like the Heroes Reborn stuff. Science fiction and high-tech stuff that Reed Richards can mess with. Ben Grimm being surly and clobberin' time. Johnny Storm being a cocky bastard.
Rockstar all the way.
Yeah, it's just, and Sue doing her best to glue that dysfunctional unit together.
Yes.
And just, how is Franklin off the leash now?
I mean, I think he kind of is. But even he doesn't realize it, which I think is even better.
Yeah.
But, not to give too much of it away, at first, as it was going on, I was like, I'm kind of mad because this is going to be such a Fantastic Four-centric story when the scale and scope of this was so big, and then, here come the other heroes. And I was so pleased by that. That was, scale and scope. Bring in everybody, because this is what this is. So that was awesome. And that ending, I'm very like,
what's going to happen in issue 3? Something big and very interesting, and it gives a lot of plot options for James Robinson coming up during his arc. Very cool, James. Thank you, and I apologize.
I am sorry. Yeah, sorry for any sort of doubt. I understand you might have just been shaking off the cobwebs, introducing yourself. That was just a firm handshake. That's what it was, and I just didn't understand. It's my fault. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I'm ready for Starman. Fantastic Four edition.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
Last, it's certainly not least, because this is a book that I really love.
Preach.
Royals, Masters of War #2. It's World War II. People do have superpowers, but it's people of aristocratic and royal blood.
Right.
Like those people legitimately are superior to everybody else. The crown princes of England, like one of them's a hero, one of them, if you know your history, he really was just a drunkard.
Yeah.
Emperor. It's so good.
I know, right? I know. But see, here's the thing. I will say that the tone of this fits perfectly with Rob Williams' resume.
Yeah.
Did you read Class War?
Yeah.
Back in it. I mean,
that was Image, wasn't it?
no, actually, it was ComX.
Oh,
yes. I mean, we're going right the far reaches of 2004.
Yeah.
But oh my God, I think it was 2004. Oh,
Yeah,
I just aged myself. Oh, I'm so sorry. But the way that he utilizes political intrigue, political commentary, all those things, but under the context of superheroics, fascinating. I mean, this is like this is a college course in print and with pictures that are beautiful.
Yeah, because it's based in history. They're not deviating from the timeline. Like it wasn't Hitler beginning his bombing raids on England and then America coming in to save the British before the Japanese attack. It's like the same timeline as World War II, and the declaration of war that America has to make against the Japanese comes from just and I think it's actually a really stand-up move by the Japanese.
It is. Like,
it's not a sneak attack.
If you're not into history, this warrants getting into history.
Yeah.
Number one. We're always given this idea of other people in pop cultural media because we won, so we get to say exactly how this happened. So this is an interesting take of honesty, brutal honesty even, coming from one of the winners.
Yeah.
They might not have been the top winner, so their position is a little more honest.
Yeah.
So Rob, being a Brit, is genius with what he's bringing forth to the table.
Yeah.
He's done it again. This is beautiful.
It's incredible. It's only up to issue 2. #1 is still on the shelves.
Jump on it.
And it's like $2.99, I think.
Yeah, Vertigo. Bring it back.
Yeah, drop $7 on yourself this week, and
you'll love it.
You'll love it because it's just that incredible.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I still can't say enough about it.
Yeah.
That one, because it's one that you really have to look at it and absorb. That's what I think is the best. It's not too dense that you can't get it, but you have to let it sink in so you can really understand the range of it all. I mean, this is like West Wing, but 1940s and with superpowers.
Yeah. It's
genius.
Yeah, it's just fantastic, and it is not selling as much as it should. And
correct that right
let's
now.
make this fixed, guys. Let's do this.
If we lose this book, it's your fault. Okay? Your fault.
Looking right at you, Todd.
Don't make me come find you.
He can. Any honorable mentions you want to give a shout out to this week?
I read Batman Wonder Woman.
Okay.
Or not Batman, but Superman Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
And that was a very interesting read. It was good.
Yeah.
I kind of like the dynamic of that power couple.
Yeah,
it's working for me.
It's growing on me. Like I'm old school. Like it's Superman, Lois Lane, Lois Lane. But this is starting to grow on me, especially with like the Han Solo kind of response that she had to Superman.
Oh my God!
It's like it's down near the end. You'll see. It's very Han Solo.
Yeah. The classic. Oh my God! And I did kind of love the Wonder Twins moment that they had there. That was kind of cute. But not to give anything away, you just got to read it. It was good. I think that Invincible this week definitely deserves an honorable mention. I feel like this is one of those issues that clears the slate and then is getting ready to set stuff up.
Yeah.
So
and Kirkman's about to mount a comeback with that title. So jump on while you
right now
you can.
He's clearing the deck. You don't have to know too much, but what he's setting up, ooh buddy.
Yeah.
Ooh, buddy.
Because it did get kind of muddled in the last few years.
Right.
And now that they're getting past that, it's back on track, and it feels like early, like 1 through 50 era.
I can
Invincible.
see that. I can see that. You know what? I honestly have that issue with Kirkman where I love him to death, don't get me wrong, but I'll read Invincible up until a certain point where as a writer I'm bothered, and then I stop.
Yeah.
And then I have to let it go for a little while, and then I jump right back on, and then I can keep going
Yeah,
with it.
exactly.
This is definitely one of those jump on points.
Yeah.
Definitely one. So,
Yeah. We'd like to thank you for watching for yet another episode of us rambling.
oh yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
so, Victor and Ryan, out.